Hi, and welcome back to our kitchen. I apologize, I have a scratchy voice today. A lot of allergies. I'm excited. It's beautiful out. It's warm. The sweats are put away for the season. The long pajamas are put away for the season. And all I hear is the sound of motorcycles and mowing grass, which is a sweet sound to me. Anyway, I'm sorry. Today I'm going to be making a yummy taco salad that you can take to a picnic, and it's got cilantro dressing, cilantro lime dressing, and I'll show you how to do it because there's steps you have to go through, and if you're going to take it to a picnic, there's things you have to do. Let me show you how we're going to do this. Here I have a head of cilantro. This is a pretty big one. So what I usually do is I make sure it's clean for one thing, and then I just twist the top off and put it in the blender. Maybe a little bit more. Okay. And I'm going to take a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil or canola or whatever oil you like, grapeseed, and then a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, and I'm going to pour it in here. The reason I just put it in 1 cup is you can layer it. Just watch your sides of the measuring cup. Put the mayonnaise in first, and then pour the oil on the top, and you can measure it that way. Here I have 3 tablespoons of lime juice that I squeezed. If you only have the bottled kind, that's fine. 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of black pepper, 1 clove of garlic. I have small ones, so I'm going to put 2. And then I have a couple teaspoons of artificial sweetener here. You can use honey. This is monk fruit. You can use honey, maple syrup. And then I'm going to put in some sunflower nuts. And where I get this at is in the salad section at my grocery store. They might have them somewhere else in your grocery store. But this is stuff I throw on my salad when I'm making one. And I'm going to put about a tablespoon of these into the dressing. Now, why am I making fresh? Oh, I forgot my jalapeno. Can't forget that. 1 jalapeno that I've taken the seeds out and this white things inside, veins. Anyway, why am I doing this? Because your bottled dressing has milk in it. This is a dairy-free dressing, and I can make it a day ahead of time, put it in the refrigerator, and have it the next day for the salad. And I'm going to put the lid on, and I'm going to start it up. Take my little spatula, make sure I got, see on the side there's pepper. I got to make sure everything's in there. It's turning out nice and creamy. And let me give it a little bit more pulse. And then now you got to taste it. You have to taste it because if it doesn't have enough salt, it's going to be really bland. And you don't want bland dressing, do you? Okay, just a little bit on a spoon. Tastes good to me. I'll come back and I'll show you how to make the salad. Okay, now for the taco salad part. I went ahead and did my ground beef. I did 1 pound of ground beef, 1 packet of the taco seasoning. Make sure it says gluten-free on it. Or you can use your homemade, which is what I did today. I'll send you a link at the bottom in the description where I'm going to put this recipe, and you'll be able to see the recipe for the taco seasoning. Also, I really like to put a can of diced chilies in my meat as I'm cooking them on the stove. Now what I did is this meat had some grease. So I drained it off, and then I added the taco seasoning, 1/4 cup of water, and let that water evaporate off the bottom. And like I say, this is 1 pound of meat, and I'm going to put it in the bottom of this bowl. If you don't know how to make taco meat, just send me an email or a comment below, and I'll be happy to answer your questions. Now this is a picnic thing I'm going to be taking it to. So I'll teach you how to do this ahead of time, but then there's a certain time when you have to stop, and I'll tell you where that is. Okay, this is the 1 pound of meat. I have 1 can of black beans that I've drained. And the reason I put them in this bowl with a paper towel on the bottom, I really wanted them to drain. I wanted them to be pretty dry. So I'm going to put those in. You can use any beans you want. Pintos, chili beans. If you like kidney beans, you can use that. Then I have a can of corn here that I drained. You can use frozen. And just make sure it's thawed out. Here I have 1 red onion that I chopped up. I didn't fine dice it, I just did a dice on it. And then I have 2 Roma tomatoes that I cut up and took the seeds out. And I'm going to put that in. That's 2 Romas. If you don't know what a Roma is, it looks like this. It's long and small. Usually they're pretty juicy. And then I have a head of romaine cabbage that I chopped up. You can use iceberg. You can use any kind of lettuce you want. And then I'm going to have some more of these sunflower nuts. It gives it a little crunch. Makes it a little southwestern. They call them pepitas in a Mexican restaurant. So if you're ever in one and it says pepitas, you'll know what it is. It's sunflower seeds. And so I need to mix this up. Now this is where you're going to stop. You're not going to put the dressing on yet. In fact, it's best to take the dressing with you to the picnic, because what happens, you put the dressing on earlier and it wilts all the lettuce, and then it ends up all wilted and soggy and yucky. Now if you're just doing this and you're not taking it anywhere, just stir this up good. Go from the bottom and come up. Make sure you got all that good ground beef taco meat in there. And the tomatoes and the corn. And then, this is another thing. Most people put their tortilla chips in here. Okay, if I put my tortilla chips in here, by tomorrow when I go to the picnic, they're going to be all soggy and yucky. So I'm going to leave those out too. Okay, then you get to the picnic, and that's when you put your tortilla chips in here. I like to not smash them up completely, but just break them up with maybe in a plastic bag with a hammer or spoon or something. Put those in here and then put your dressing on top. Mix it all in good. Your guests are ready to go. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. As I said, the recipe, all my recipes are at the bottom where it says show more. And I hope to see you next time. Don't forget to support your local charities and businesses. Bye.